back of my old diary. I gotta break sometime. It's Sunderland and lead. Scrawled across the screen beneath the spider ring. I gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. And the more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, I gotta break sometime. Cracked inside a kiln between the firing. I gotta break sometime. You glazed it anyway. Screamed across the city from a windowsill. I gotta break sometime. That's all you had to say. But the more I know, the less I seem to care. Weighted down by everything and falling through the air. And the more I hold, the less that I can bear. But hey, I gotta break sometime. Written in the back of my old diary. I gotta break sometime. It's Sunderland and lead. Scroll across the screen beneath the spider ring. I gotta break sometime. I left it all unread. Cracked inside a kiln between the firing. I gotta break sometime. You blazed it anyway. Screamed across the city from a windowsill. I gotta break sometime. That's all you had to say.
Good evening, everybody. We are joined tonight by most of the Precinct 9 crew. Sadly, we had one of the players, due to some personal situations, they had to step down from the campaign for the time being, but we send them all their love as they continue on with whatever they're doing next. We also had another player who hurt their back. Welcome to being in their 30s. But with the 4 that we have tonight, we will still go ahead and do our session because it's been a minute since we've had a Precinct 9 session. Announcements. Pretty quick. The next Precinct 2 session will be on June 23rd. And is going to be similar to how this session is, which is a 1-week kind of time skip downtime, where we're going to be kind of going quickly through a couple of things, doing some roleplay moments here and there, but overall just trying to pretty quickly progress the story, because time moves on, and in D&D games that is something that does not happen, and we as a group decided that that is something that we wanted to do. The next Precinct 9 session will be on June 29th. And like we said, this is a live stream, so if you comment or stop in, you can say hi. That is more than fine. Let me pull them down just a little bit. Trying to think if there was any other We do have a TikTok and a Blue Sky at Nyxborough D&D. If you want to follow us there, Celie has been helping us out with making some posts there when she has time. But yeah, so we are going to let me hop in. Everybody's muted, which is nice, and we'll get this on the road. Look at all y'all muted and whatnot.
We're patiently waiting like good little people.
We're wait.
Precinct
like good little
2.
children.
Precinct 2. It's always chaos. I come in on like some random conversation they're having. They're going off about something weird, and I just never know. And I'm like, oh, let's see how long. I'll let the audio play out. Well,
So
yeah.
To be fair, I just wake
So-
up when we start. So
Yeah, yeah. That's why I messaged you a little bit ago to be like, hey, just
thank you. Nav
Celie just
also
got a
did.
bunch.
Thank you.
Celie just got a bunch of messages and spam from me like, "Hello, good morning, hi, what are you doing?" And I'm like,
Listen,
"I
to
found
be
my
fair,
place."
the first time I didn't wake up, so it's totally fair.
you know what's funny? You would not be the first person that we have lost.
To the sleep.
Lost to the sleep.
When we say it like that's scary.
Lost to the sleep. They went night night forever.
Night night.
Um,
Who knows if it was intentional or not? But we did kill them. No, we didn't.
yeah,
We would never.
never. Anyways, before we hop into tonight's session, we need a recap from last time.
Shit.
Who remembers
do.
from way back when?
All I know is I got traumatized.
Yeah, my
Well,
parents got traumatized. Rook almost died.
I know there was an interrogation, or a few.
Mhm. There was a
Yes.
few things.
Some drinks.
Some drinks. Some
Mhm.
things happened. Oh, I can attempt to. I will try my hardest, guys. To
Go, Ro, go.
Zoomy time. Okay. So last session was ages ago, but here's what happened. Here's a real quick recap for everyone. We open up in the alleyway with Rook's body being stable. He's, there are captain detective. They're the boss of us. They're fine. We kept them alive thanks to everyone's quick thinking. Lavinia, super cool, does some time magic, and there's these cool flashes of gold and stuff as she tries to push and tries to get like what's the word, like a rewind, like watching after images and stuff and seeing this figure. Some of us go to the hospital with Rook's body. Some of us stay behind to go down the alleyway and go search after said images. We find a knife in a bunch of rubbish bags or trash bags, and we find an unconscious person also hiding there. And we take her in, and it's very cool, it's very fun, it's very dandy, everything's fine. Adelaide's also there. We take Adelaide's car to the hospital. Nigel goes in to be like, hey yo, you need any help, bestie? Lavinia goes to, I believe, on way to grandfather's house for tea party date. Not in a good way. We don't like Gramps, but anyway, we move on. Siren, Rowan, Pragna, and Avis, I believe, head to the precinct with the body. Rowan goes off with Zyra because Zyra, we were going to walk back to the precinct with the body, but thankfully Zyra was also invited to drinks and had the coroner car. Rowan goes off with Zyra to examine the knife. Siren and Kragnar go and book this person who is like in this weird sleepwalking slumber. It's a little crazy. Like it's just like she's responsive to everything, but also her eyes aren't opening. Siren is standing in front of her being like, I can see all the magic. There is, I believe, illusion and necromancy, and this woman, she had two cool ass tattoos. The right arm, I'm gonna get this wrong. One arm was like the rise of civilization, the other was destruction. It's very cool, not scary at all. What could it mean? Siren's like, ah, shit, I need to spell magic, but I don't have that. Our captain of the entire precinct comes in. She's cool. She's very scary. And is like, hey, yo, Nilo might be working shift. Was working earlier. May have a scroll of dispel magic in his room. Siren goes, checks it out, finds some cool recipes, and a little love letter being like, oh, I can't wait to see you next or something from someone signed H. Steps out, sees Nyla being like, yo, why the fuck were you in my room? Sorry, I swore. God. And this woman was like, oh, it's fine. And like it's cute flirty moment, but Siren runs it back up with the scroll, and this woman turns and blows a kiss, and I was like, look, Nyla got a girlfriend. We go back. Captain Lyra and Kragnar are having a very cute bonding moment, arguably, but Kragnar doesn't pick up on it because it's very much gentle parenting of Captain Lyra being like, so we do everything by the book, make sure you read that right. And Kragnar's like, yep. Siren runs in and is like, oh yeah, Nilo's here. And Captain Lyra's like, well, that's weird. He was working earlier. He shouldn't be here now. Why is he at the precinct now? And Siren's like, well, I don't know. It seemed intimate. And we find out this person, Hannah Araki, is his girlfriend, despite we love a short bisexual king. And his husband passed away a few years ago, and he's back out in the dating pool. Nothing bad could happen to him, right? Goddamn, what else happened? They cast a spell magic on the woman. There is some trauma stuff that happens there. Piercing psychic shards. Kragnar gets vision of Uncle Ben on floor with Cleaver in torso, I think. But it's not a vision. It's just like the Reclaimer stepped in to be like, hey, yo, no dispelling magic on this person, and showed them that Siren was transported back to the night his leg got broke. That's what I remember. I know I'm missing stuff. Oh, Nigel and Lavinia find out about the Precinct 2 doing the fact there are counterfeit uniforms being made. Adelaide does tell them that. That's all I got. I don't know if I missed anything. I probably did. That's a very that's me rambling. I'm done now, please. Did I get everything?
The only other thing I can think of is the conversation between Lavinia and the grandfather clock.
Yeah, and her granddad.
Yeah.
Yes. My notes are just a bunch of keyboard smash about that, and I'm like, oh, what did I mean here? I just remember screaming.
I've just been screaming for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I've just been mentally screaming for the last 3 weeks, guys. It's fine.
We found out that her grandfather has a shipment going out to those mountains that Nigel had mentioned with that the dudes from the bar that were doing illegal stuff. We found out that Jasper is his brother.
Yes.
They don't talk anymore. And if he ever sees him bearing the Leviathan last name again, he's gonna probably kill him.
As one does.
Yeah, as one does.
Right.
And she casually asked about the grandfather clock, and he said, I don't know what you're talking about, and then gave her a wink, which confirmed all her suspicions.
I don't know what you mean. Wink.
Side eye, wink, wink.
Yeah, okay, great ad. Let's get your dementia tea.
So,
I think that covers all of it.
For reference, that's the name.
Hannah Araki. Oh, did we get the name of? She's missing like 5 days of memories. What's her face we have in custody, whose name I've completely forgotten, but I know I've written it somewhere.
If you tell me, I can probably pull it up. Because I don't remember. I can go back and watch.
I know. Kara Duskwalker. There we go. I knew it was somewhere.
Because I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that's them.
But yeah,
Yes. I'll come back. It's been a minute. So as we kind of talked about, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of do like a 1 week time skip. This is going to be kind of montagey, kind of role play, kind of everything in between. To hit on some moments and stuff like that. As things take time, and so to show that progress of time, we're doing these like 1 week time skips. You guys have all leveled up, or you can level up at this point to level 6. As we move forward through time. This is like the everything up to now had been Monday. So we have the rest of the days of the week to go through. So I think what we'll just do is I'll just kind of go down the list, and then if you want to do something on that day, you just let me know, and we'll go from there. And I know some people have some lists already made, some people don't. It's fine. So moving into Tuesday, Rook is still in the hospital. A lot of the other stuff has been going on. Does anybody want to do anything on Tuesday specifically?
Do we know if Rook's awake? Just in the day.
They are not awake yet.
Okay, that's okay. That's like, I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, they are in bit of coma currently. Yeah, you know what, Nav? Roll me a d20, just a straight d20.
Oh God. No. I asked a question. Wait, hold up.
You have to
You can't even
sacrifice.
work with me. So where are my dice? Where are my dice? Why won't it show me my dice? My thing's having a second. Wait, just give me. Why are you not? Okay, or don't.
Okay.
Give me like 3 seconds. My dice are being funky online and it's being stupid. So I have. Hannah, you okay with me rolling a physical d20 while I throw my computer outside?
Sure.
Thank you.
And just here's the voice as it like it's farther. I just
It's a 5.
it's a
I rolled a
5.
5.
Okay.
I rolled a 5.
Okay. Yeah. Rook does not wake up.
That is fine.
Does Rowan have anything that they wanted to do the next day specifically, or?
Oh, I know. I wanna go bother Lavinia, and Adelaide at one point in the evening to go out. But I think Rowan just like every night like takes some time in the garden and like gardens for a few hours after each shift. That's really it, and just like checks if and when Rook could be awake. Kid has 2 things on mind. Party,
Gotcha.
check on Rook, and
Check on-
gardening. That's 3 things.
Right.
Not bad.
Right.
The only thing I think Nigel would have done, I don't think Nigel would have immediately tried to make another trip to the hospital to check on Rook. But I think what he would do is he probably would try to collect some ingredients for some bullet mixtures. I don't know if I don't think we've even really hashed out like what I might need for various different ones, but that's probably what he'd be trying to procure. In the meantime, but other than that, I'm just looking here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give.
and then then right before that, the night before when that shipment was going through, Nigel would have used his nail to scry on that shipment going down to gain the details. Because Lavinia would have had the conversation with Nigel about specifically when that was going down, so he would have been ready to kind of listen to that scry.
Yeah. Okay. Let's handle the scry because that pulls a couple people into the scene and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, as you are you letting them like I know we're saying it's the next day and like it's a little weird timing wise, but like are you wanting to do it that night to kind of see it all go down, or are you wanting to see it while it's in transit?
I would have seen it while it was in or while it's going down while it's in transit. I guess what's the difference? Because while it's going down, wouldn't that be the same time, or
It's just a timing thing about what
Gotcha.
information you could glean.
Gotcha.
It's
Feel
yeah, it's just trying to figure out like what potential information you could get from it because it's basically a scry, but it doesn't have the scry orb, right?
Let me actually get the specific feature pulled up here real quick. I have it already up here. Eerie token. Okay. So, remote viewing. All right. If you're within 10 miles of the token, you can enter a trance as an action. The trance lasts for 1 minute, but ends early if you... Yeah, so since it's only 1 minute long...
Do you get... Is it just sight, or is it sight in?
During the trance, you can see and hear from the token as if you were located where it is.
Okay.
So I get the full gambit. I think probably while it's going down, I could see use for seeing like where it's getting where the goods are getting taken, but I think seeing where it's going down and faces to look out for, we can probably use that later side. Let's go ahead and lock that in.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check. While you go into this trance, as we kind of pull in your sight and hearing kind of suddenly shifting, you hear the docks, the splashing of waves, the boats kind of rocking. At night, you hear, even though it's late at night, you hear people shouting different commands. As you come into looking around, it is dark. You take a moment for your eyes, putting that in air quotes, to adjust as you see rows of lanterns and lights, and the person, because I believe you put it on the human, right?
I believe I put it on the... I actually thought I put it on the goblin, but we can go with the human. That's fine.
Either or. Either or.
Yeah.
Do you want to put it on the goblin?
Yeah. And then yeah, so I got a 19 on that.
Okay. Yeah. You see the goblin at the moment. Kind of weird first-person perspective, especially seeing the world from a lot lower than what you're like normally used to. You can see and hear him kind of walking, and well, what do we have here? We finally got our shipments, and we're finally gonna be able to get our money. as he walks up to a set of crates that are being offloaded at the moment from a ship. This boat, it is hard to see a name or anything like that. Give me, I'm like a society check. That's not investigation, maybe, to try to figure out what kind of ship or like where this ship may have originated from.
Alrighty. And we're going with investigation for the society check.
I
That
will
is
allow anything else you think, but brain
No,
says
that's not bad.
investigation.
I mean, hey, that's actually a great check. That's actually a great check for me. So that's a 19.
That's a 19.
Yeah, 19. Yep.
Yeah, this appears to be an Ilmorian ship, which is a city that is built into cliffs that overlook the ocean, that has a sprawling dock and bustling markets. If you've ever looked into League of Legends lore, it's very similar to the many pirate areas like in Bilgewater. It does appear to be a ship from Ilmoria. As this happens, the goblin grabs a crowbar and seems to break into the box, and with a kind of crack noise, lifts open one of the lids. You hear you see this like water genasi who steps out, big water like mustache situation going on. Look over and just go, "If you lose the product, it's not on us." The goblin kind of shooing him away to inspect it, as it seems to be a fine red dust.
Have we seen what Astral Drifty looks like yet?
Hey Dan, it's really hard to hear right now. Can you get that mic closer?
Yeah.
Thanks
no
so
problem.
much.
All right. Is this better?
Yes.
Okay. So, have we seen what Astral Drift looked like yet?
I know the other group has. I don't think you guys have.
Okay. Okay. Does this look like any other drug on the market that we might know of?
Give me insight.
Alrighty. And let me see here. And considering that I work particularly with chemicals and mutagens, could I wager that I'd get advantage on this roll or no?
Sure.
All right. That is... Wow, even with advantage, that wasn't great. That's a 10.
10's actually enough. You know that this is a component of a drug that has been circulating around the Ebonwater docks and Lower Market Heights, called Ebon Haze. It seems to be one of the key ingredients in it. One of those things where by itself, not necessarily a potent drug, but when mixed, it will it turns into that. The goblin kind of re-puts the top of the thing on and just, all right, well, let's get this on the road. As you see them start loading it into large trucks, basically, like floating hover vans. As they're being put in, he walks past it, and they seem to be just unmarked vans, as they put all of the drugs in it, or the material components, I guess. And that's probably about your minute, as the vision starts to fade.
All right. I think as that vision fades, the nail basically, like the nail bed, sinew, whatever, kind of just dries up and flakes off, and the nail just falls to the ground. As its own nail just grows, as he has a new nail that just grows right back in the place of where the missing one was.
Disgusting. I hated that. Yeah. Wonderful. And you said you wanted to do that with Lavinia and Rowan, maybe, or
Yeah, I would have done that. I would have done that to just have some other people in there, and I probably, well, they might not have been able to see what I'm seeing. I think after he kind of had everything jotted down, he would have jotted down some case notes, and he would have basically told them what happened, but then also gave them each a copy of his case notes, for them to use for us to use in future follow-ups. And it appears that's all she wrote, like.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I didn't hear.
What was it? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that that well. Could you say that again?
I was asking if you could repeat it because I couldn't hear.
Oh yeah, so sorry. It's
You're fine,
like
you're fine.
so Nigel basically would have, after he would have finished that viewing, he would have basically explained what he had just saw, and
Mhm.
then he would have also jotted down some case notes and handed you guys both his first draft of his case notes. And it's like, oh, I guess that's all she wrote. Also get back to the precinct. Probably in the morning. I'll go ahead and file a proper report on this.
And maybe they'll be able to intercept it before it actually gets anywhere.
Right. Even if it might not lead us down the road for our current case, it'll be at least worth getting some of the other drugs off the streets. Right, proper like.
Crime
That's
doesn't
true.
stop just because you're already on a case.
Ain't that the truth?
awesome. Yeah. So you kind of go ahead, you do all of that, whatnot, get that taken care of. Start writing up the report for um, probably one of probably Barlin to look into. Um, Barlin Stone Shield, who's one of the detectives at Precinct 9, who specifically is from the mountain region.
Mm. So the same region that the ship came from.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, he's from the Thundercrag Mountains, which is where it's
Gotcha,
going.
gotcha.
Yeah, which is where you believe
Gotcha.
it's headed to.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's a mountain dwarf.
Yeah, and I think Nigel also would have definitely did a kind of almost like um what forensic sketch equivalent of the water genasi with the water mustache. just as a person of interest as well.
Yeah, are you proficient in calligraphers tools or like painters tools or whatever it's called?
I'm not, so yeah, whatever whatever I have to roll to try and do a decent
Yeah, give me a
likeness.
sleight of hand to see how good your art looks.
Okay, sure. Oh wow, that is not great. That is a 9.
Yeah, you. I think there is a moment of you struggling with the water mustache, and it ends up taking like an extra 2 hours trying to perfect it. And by the time you get it done, you've accidentally erased half of the face and tried to redraw it. And you genuinely are starting to feel like you're going crazy on which direction the face looked. Um,
Straight up Rukia moment,
yep,
I'm guessing.
yep.
Just comes back and there's this that big timey wimey mustache, and we're just like, okay. You did
Yeah.
that. So funny.
Great job, bud.
Yeah, so how Nigel has the mustache?
Was it meant to be this big? Like bowlery? Like what?
It was like it was a persistent running fountain. Like it, I was trying my best.
Yeah.
Tried
Yeah, but
drawing
hey,
water.
bud, you did a great job actually.
Yeah, no, great.
I turned to Lavinia like stage whisper. So we're not gonna use this, right? You think we can put it on like the missing persons board? This is too funny. Rowan immediately starts being a little shit. It's just like, hey, Nigel, appreciate you, but can I take that? Do we need this? It's part of the case, right? Oh, okay. You do a copy of it, please?
Yeah, the
Not doing a bloody copy of it. Are you having a laugh?
Nope, never. Would never. Tries to be so deadpan. But there is a little twinkle of mischief.
I was like,
She's
make
like-
a deception check. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
And against my insight, that is probably gonna
Yeah.
pass.
No,
Well, actually,
he's
it might not.
he's trying to hide a laugh. He's trying to hide a laugh. He can't keep a straight face, this kid. It's a 9.
I see right through it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like, never. Why
You
would
know
I
what?
ever laugh? This is
You know what? Fine. You
Mhm.
do all the forensic
no,
illustrations from
Nigel.
now
Nigel, it's fine. We'll make it work. Rogue, stop it.
I'm stopping it. My lips sealed, my eyes closed, and they do the locking motion of zip across lip, and just they close their eyes.
Keep playing around with me. I'm not gonna bring my extra
Listen.
pastries next time.
Nope.
I will never joke about this matter ever again. Full seriousness, the threat of pastries. No, come on, Nigel. I didn't mean it. It's just a laugh.
As you like. See as you do. Anyway, let's just hope this report leads to something related to our current case.
I'm sure it will.
awesome. And we move forward from that scene. Kragnar. What?
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? What you up to?
Let me think. I would say, I mean, I'd probably still be around the precinct. Probably just tidying up the place a little bit. I don't know, probably slowed down a little bit. Just got a little bit on my head or on my mind.
Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think you get like a really funny situation of you're trying to clean up and like you're like, okay, I'm just gonna like clean up, and like you're just doing that because you're like, that's just like what you like when like that's what you need to do to distress. Um However, at one point you just see this giant orc, who's like 7'6", full janitorial outfit on, everything like that, got mop in hand, just looks so bored. But as he's seeing you clean up, he's a little upset because you're doing his job.
Oh shit.
And he's like watching you do it, and is 100%, you don't even have to roll insight on this, he is judging you for how you clean.
Oh fuck.
He is watching every little motion you make, every little bit of this. As Grath is just, you see on his like name tag, it doesn't actually say Grath, it says Mop. For his name tag, because that's his nickname here, is just Mop. And as you're like trying to like sweep crumbs off of a desk and like some of them land on the floor, he just wheels up next to you, hands you a broom, and just doesn't say anything, and then just wheels away.
I'm just gonna look down at the floor and then just start sweeping at that point, because I think I'd just be confused.
That's fair. I think while you're doing that, you feel a kind of pale hand go on your shoulder. As you look up, you see a male Shutter Kai, kind of black hair, long ears, pale, shadowy figure, but he's got these dark, swirling tattoos that are constantly shifting and moving on his arms. And sometimes you can even see them like peek over his collar. As he just kind of looks at you and just, so, what you doing down there, Kragnar?
Oh, I just figured I'd clean up a little bit. That's all.
You know we pay Mop to do that, right?
Mop? Oh.
Yeah, Mop, and kind of gestures, and you see him like wheeling away, still looking at you.
Oh, that mop. Oh. Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Something on your mind, or what's going on?
I just definitely. But when I guess you could say that. I mean, it's not really that important, I guess. I mean,
Well, it looks like at the moment you're trying to control your environment by cleaning. So, how about you tell me what's going on?
I'm just gonna set the broom down or like lean it against like the desk at this point and just. I mean, so. Raise. Just to be clear, this is like the day after.
Yeah, this is the day after everything that happened.
Wait, would he surf in bed with names? So this is Jax, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to.
Yep.
Okay. Would he? I'm guessing he would probably know about how
Heard through
most
the
like recent.
grapevine. Yeah, he heard through the grapevine.
Oh, okay.
But he wants to hear it
Okay.
from you. Like,
Oh,
he's trying to give you the space that if you need to talk about something that's bothering you, you can.
okay. Just had to ask to clarify. Okay. Well, you know the recent suspect we brought in Siren, and uh that did not go as well. Um, there was some complications with a, s- a spell, and it kind of crap. I forgot what what kind of spell was it again? Shit.
The dispel magic.
Yep. Wow. Sorry. My brain is just like barely working right now.
I read part of the incident report, but
Yeah. So from what I remember, at least, um, when the spell magic happened, um, the they were like these sort of shards that kind of gave me I wouldn't say, I guess it could be considered a vision, technically. Um, it was not a great sight, at least, I would say. I mean, it's a bit complicated. I could say with what I saw.
in our line of work, it commonly is complicated. So, are you saw something kind of shook you a bit?
Yeah, yeah, you could say that.
Okay. Well, it's usually better to talk about it with people and try to work through it or grab a notebook, journal it out. Uh, don't don't let it just kind of sit up and kind of pokes you on the forehead when he says it. Don't let it sit up here and rot you from the inside out.
That makes sense. I mean, it's better to like get it out instead of just letting it sit there for a while.
You can't help others if you're struggling. So, if you are if I come back and I find you in 30 minutes and you're still cleaning, I'm going to send you home
All right.
cuz I think you might need a day or two. Go I don't know, are you religious?
To some extent, you could say.
Well, then maybe go to a temple, maybe go pray, maybe ask for some guidance. Not personally my
Uh,
cup of tea, but hey, each their own.
I don't know if I'm really welcome back there. That's at least one I'm thinking of.
Good thing there are multiple temples to multiple different gods.
No, thank God. I always
Yeah,
forget about that.
Yeah. You don't have to go back to your temple if you're not allowed back, but there are other temples probably to whichever god you pray to. I mean, there's a little thing in the basement that's just like, you know, has a bunch of different altars for people.
I guess I'll take a look. Can't help. It can't hurt to try.
I mean, we got clerics.
Oh yeah.
They need a place to go, so no respect, but yeah, just go take some time, work it out. Don't keep sitting here cleaning, because I feel like Mop is gonna either adopt you or break you, and I really can't tell based on the look he's giving you. You see him like around the corner, like hands on the corner, looking at you. Actually, he's not looking at you. He's looking at the broom that you set down, like a child wanting their toy back.
I, my first thought when you just described how he was like around the corner, but like peeking kind of over. My immediate thought was just to like wave.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like,
You wave. He just slowly scoots out back. Yeah, and we'll just move you forward to. Do you want to go to a temple, or do you want to go down? Just go downstairs.
I guess I'll go to a temple. I mean,
Okay.
as much as yeah, I'll go temple.
Full temple, cool. Yeah, so you leave. I think there's a moment of like as you're about to head out, Jax just kind of goes, "I'll cover it. Don't worry. I'll make sure the boss knows." Lyra like walks around the corner right at that, and he just turns and looks at her, and it's just like, "So the rookie's gonna go to a temple to pray. Leave him alone." And Lyra's just like, "Okay, feel better, Kragnar," and then just keeps moving, and Jax is just like, "Ha ha ha ha," and then scoots away. Yeah. Some time has passed. It's probably mid-afternoon now. You walk into this temple. You see just an elven man, kind of tending to this large garden, which is weird because the Glum Quarter does not really have a lot of greenery. However, you notice that this garden is filled with black roses, and it's just filled with it in this giant kind of circle. As you approach, he just turns, "Hello. I haven't seen you before. Where would you? Do you have a specific god in mind? You don't have any like kind of gestures up and down, any symbols, so it's a little hard to point you in the right direction."
Oh. Just thinking. I guess I'll go with Lumora, if I remember correctly. Wow. Yeah.
Yes. Kind of looks around the corner. Oh, cool. The person was just heading out. Yes, if you head that way. And you see like a door that's open with a little, you see the symbol of Lumor, which is a golden sunburst over a shield. Yeah, as you approach and enter into this area, you kind of see there's a couple of pews, a little spot for like donations and stuff like that. But then you see like a bunch of candles that have been lit, some have been snuffed out, um, and just the smell of like rosemary seems to like really be on the air right now. Um, as you enter, you are alone. Um,
I'm kind of tempted to just like walk like near maybe where the candles are, because I feel like because is the rosemary. I'm guessing that's
just smells like
like
it.
just.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
just some
okay. I was
incense
thinking that
going.
could be calming, so I might
Yeah.
just go like towards that, like I guess like general area, like.
Yeah, I mean this entire room smells like it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, my bad.
No, you're good. I mean, the entire room smells like it at the moment. If you wanted to, you
Um,
could sit in the front row.
yeah,
And
I'll
pray.
go kind of like frontish,
Yeah,
like
that's
off
fine.
to the side, like kind of.
Yeah. And what do you say to your God?
Oh God, this is gonna be a fun one. Uh, um, this might be a difficult one. So I know it's been a while since I've, well, uh, been in a place like this, but I I need some sort of guidance at this point. It I'm I'm unsure of something that could possibly happen, and it
I think after a moment, there's kind of a weird feeling. Um, that broken blade that you have seems to get lighter.
mm, guess I would probably just like it. So is the blade like? Because obviously most of the time it's been like on my back, but if I'm seeing it kind of glow, would it be like kind of like towards like my side, right?
Either or. It's not necessarily glowing. It's just that it gets lighter. It doesn't feel as heavy as if someone has accepted your
Um,
burden.
hmm.
Roll me a religion check.
Okay. See. And 9.
As you kind of finish, and I think we can
Okay.
say for timeliness and whatnot, you kind of think the rest of the prayer, thinking about everything that's happened in the last 24 hours or so, thinking about the blood, thinking about the vision, thinking about just everything that went down. And you kind of see a couple of, like, as each of those thoughts kind of like come to mind, as you're watching the candles, you see some of the candles that are not lit at the moment ignite, with each thought, almost like Lumore is lighting a light for you to follow. After you kind of get through all of that processing, the blade on your back, you feel it kind of, it gets lighter. It feels not as heavy. And you swear for a moment you hear a female voice just kind of, I'll be here no matter what temple. I'll always be there for you. And then, like, the
I
wind
think
gets gone.
Oh. Kind of just, like, probably looking around, kind of. Because you said it was kind of like a sudden kind of voice, almost.
Yeah, I mean, it's inside your head. It was inside your head.
Oh. My brain was thinking, like, I'd probably still be confused and start kind of, like, looking around.
Yeah, you don't see anyone.
Oh, yeah.
And we leave with you looking around at the temple as we move to the next day. With that, Nigel, you start doing some research on some of the new bullets and stuff like that. Go ahead and give me a investigation, trying to figure out what combinations may work.
All right, and with that, I have a 23 on the die.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
23 total, rather.
Yeah. You learn. You start trying to figure out a way to combine some of your mutagens with the gun. Kind of trying to implement different ways that they could maybe work together or work in tandem. As you're working on this, you get a letter in the mail. On the back is a seal with a singular eye, a pair of scissors, and a thread that seemingly goes between them all.
Nigel breaks the seal.
As you break the seal and open the letter, you are quickly reminded of the smells of the bakery in the early morning. As you pull out a letter from your mom's, putting that in air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
Dear Nigel, it has been too long since we've last seen you. We know that you have been quite busy indeed with all of your precinct work. If you ever decide to stop by the bakery, we would love to see you once more. And we hope to maybe make a bit of monkey bread the next time you're here. When they say monkey bread, that usually means there's actual monkeys involved, and it never ends well.
I had a feeling. And I definitely am reading. I feel like Nigel would read this as a. It's being read as a. It's being written as a invitation, but it's more of an. I feel like he's getting the vibe that he doesn't really have a true choice in the matter, or an implied, not full freedom there. So he's kind of has the butterflies in the stomach and the I really don't want to, but I kind of feel like there's an obligation thing that's going through his head.
I think there's also a level of when you hear monkey, I think it also brings up the idea of a monkey's paw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so whenever you would like to go visit them, they have offered an invitation for you to come see them.
I think you just hear Nigel kind of mutter to himself, especially if Lavinia's nearby. She probably even hears him saying, if I had some choice in the first place, I'll just go ahead and block that into my already full calendar.
I love when you hear all of that.
What was that? What is it? What's the letter?
Nothing, it's just Guardian nonsense and all that. Gotta go visit me Guardians pretty soon here.
She like scrunches up her face. Do you have to?
Either I do it now or it's more painful if I don't later. So yeah, I don't have much choice.
You want me to go with you?
Mm, I don't know. Eh, well, I suppose you're important enough where they wouldn't do anything to shoo you away too harshly. Yeah, I suppose if you want.
Could be fun.
It'll be something, that's for sure. How about we go after? How about we go after lunch? Get it over with and all that. That way
Yeah,
we
sounds
also have
good.
That way we also have an excuse to politely refuse any food or drink.
Good idea. I'm also going out with Adelaide and Rowan tonight too, so we can't stay too late. Another excuse.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
This is Wednesday. You are not.
Damn. When are we going
Thursday. Thursday, yes. Wednesday, no.
out? Damn. Never mind. I got the dates mixed up.
I specifically Wednesday, no.
Well, I'll figure something out to get a way out. I'll run a delivery or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Maybe
you guys could still go after lunch. That's fine.
Maybe we can get Rowan to send us a fake call.
Yeah, that's a nice idea. That capital.
Yeah. We're busy detectives.
Right. Can't stop over for a spot tea, but aside from that, we're gonna get right back to the grind
All right, after lunch.
after lunch.
We quickly speed forward through the morning, which seems to be filled with copious amounts of paperwork and a continual interrogation of a woman who does not remember anything, until finally lunch arrives, and for some reason, one way or another, uh, Barlin was the one that ordered the food for lunch for the detectives. And it is basically just Italian beefs. So it's meat and peppers on a giant hoagie that you dip in au jus. And it is messy.
Lavinia will be picking the meat off of her hoagie.
Not as filling as you may have initially hoped.
It's fine. We'll make do. It's good.
There's like
Lavinia,
burnt
are you
end
allergic to
tofu.
bread? Rowan is just chowing down, messily shoving a hoagie into their face. It's just like, this is so good. My God, why don't we have more of this?
It's like wet. It's like dripping all over your face.
We'll be
100%.
adding the meat from her hoagie onto Rowan's.
You know, you gotta eat more. You're all thin and bones.
I eat plenty, just not meat.
It's all right.
That's why you're
Right.
thin and bones.
I'll take it. I'll take the extra meat off your bones.
Yeah.
Well,
You
off
guys
the-
are
off the
also
plate,
thin and
not off
bones.
your bones.
And you
Uh-uh.
still eat meat. Oh, yes, look at you. You and I are both skinny. We're all the same size.
Rowan looks down at that wireframe. Oh, what?
Hey.
Listen, I've got a sleeper build, I think it's called. Cragnar, what's it called? Called a sleep. Right? That's looks around immediately. It's like, you know what I'm talking about, buddy.
Yeah, sleeper build is what I call it.
Ah.
And I mean, all of my muscles lean muscle. It's just the thing is, the mutagens and everything take a bit of a. Yeah, I'm always in a calorie deficit. Doesn't matter how much I eat. Speaking of which, see, since you're not going to eat your meat, may I?
All yours.
You're a
Just
doll.
careful. Rowan might bite your
Crag-
fingers to get to it.
I'm not that feral, usually.
Seriously?
I have enough. Cragnar, Livy's giving away free meat. Wait, hold up.
meat?
Yeah. As what, dude, it's probably extra as well. Immediately is just like, anyone don't want that food? We can just pile it together.
This is just catering, so there's like trays of meat and then like trays of peppers and then like hoagie rolls and stuff like that. And then there is like a it's not a side salad because I'm a dick. It is 100% potato salad.
Fuck yeah.
I love potato salad.
Does Lavinia?
Is there any meat in it?
No, it's just potato.
Then
It's
yeah,
potato
it's
salad.
She loves potatoes.
Perfect. She can have all of her starchy goodness.
Potatoes out.
She's just gonna take the bucket, actually.
Just a
I'm
bucket
kidding,
of
I'm
potato
kidding.
salad.
She won't do
Liv,
that.
just move the tray. Just have the tray. No one's eating. Just
Say,
Bro,
anyone
just take the
eating
tray.
the potato salad? Anyone?
I'll take it.
I'll pass.
if we just take all the trays and kind of like create a little circle, we can eat the food. Rowan completely ignoring everyone else in the precinct, being like, "You guys don't need to eat, right?"
Yeah, all the other detectives that are like also like Barlin's just looking at you, and I think what's your AC?
Oh God, an
Oh,
18.
What was that? One more time.
An 18.
Cool. I rolled a natural 20. You get hit in the head with a spoon from Barlin.
What'd I do?
Who threw his spoon at you? Just leave some for the rest of us.
I wasn't gonna eat it all. There's like a
Mm.
little bit for you. I can make you a tray.
Oh, he's like-
hey, I can.
He's covered in his first sandwich already because he's got a big, like, thick beard. And you can see like half of the meat is still in his beard.
Balin, I can get you like good potatoes for an insane potato salad. If you don't hit me again.
Squint's eyes. Potatoes, you say?
Are you just dealing potatoes?
No, I know someone. The best homegrown, full of nutrients.
It's
Like,
Ben. It's Uncle
size.
Ben.
It's Ben.
It's
It's
Uncle Ben.
Ben.
Uncle Ben is selling me potatoes,
Uncle
and they're
Ben.
like this big, and like Ron like puts out a palm, like they're bigger than my palm. They're like huge.
You have
They're
tiny
wonderful. I can
hands.
get. Not tiny. Cragmore,
he
do I have
he
tiny hands?
he holds his hand out that looks like a baseball mitt. Like
Okay, in comparison to you, I have tiny hands, but I
Wait,
can get
can
you
I-
potatoes.
Can I compare my hand?
you have the biggest.
Yeah. Put my hand against Cragmore's.
Consumed.
I might have tiny hands. Okay, but I can get you. Oh, I can get you potatoes if you give Lavinia the potato salads. And if anyone wants them, I can scoop
She
it
can
in a
have
little.
she can have the potatoes
pot.
out of this way.
Yes. Living.
He's over there with
potato
the
salad all
spoon and the bucket.
A
She gives
spoon
Cragnar
in a
spoons.
bucket.
She gives
the
Cragnar a
trowel.
spoon so they can share.
There are like
was
bowls,
worth it.
silverware, like there's everything there for you guys to like just like portion it out, and you guys are just like, we have the bucket, as you're just like, I need someone
Listen.
to commission art of Kragnar and Lavinia eating a fucking potato salad out of a bucket.
Please, I need it.
Listen, she doesn't get to eat like this all the time.
As the lunch shenanigans come to a close, Nigel and Lavinia, you head out to the bakery. It's actually I'll let you describe it, Dan. Dan, what does this bakery
Okay.
look like from the outside?
So the bakery from the outside, it has that standard like Belle Epoque like iconography, like the aged bricks with the different colors, that art deco-esque signage that has these three like caricatured old ladies in the like in the front of the in the front of the words Three Sisters Bakery. Um but the windows and everything noticeably kind of look it weirdly kind of looks it always looks abandoned despite the fact that it sees business. In fact, usually sees a pretty good bit of business from the poor folk in the Glom Quarter. Um, like they like the sisters probably just finished cleaning up quotation marks from the breakfast rush. Um, yeah, broken, cracked windows that look dusty and all that kind of thing.
What a quaint little place.
Yeah, that's a word for it.
As you guys like
So-
approach, you see like a little you see like a human mother walk out, and you see a little tiefling child like holding her hand, like walking behind her, as he's licking like a little Nigel, you recognize this as like a red devil cake pop that makes people look like they're tieflings when they're eating it. The mom looks down and sees this, just screams, and then picks up the kid and runs away.
Oh, yeah, bet he didn't tell Mom. That's what that does. Does Nigel remember how long that effect lasts for?
Until they finish it.
Well, it'll be all right after he gets the last bite.
Yeah, he has to finish
Probably
it though.
won't.
That's the thing. The mom takes it out of his
That's the
hand and
point.
throws it away. It's until the last bite.
Mom, you might want to let him finish that if you want him to go back to looking like you.
She runs up to you. Do you know how to fix this?
Yeah, but now that you've thrown it in the bin, you gotta get it out and have him finish the last bite.
But it was Kurt. He has horns.
I know, I know. I know this place. They like to have a bit of a laugh with all of the clientele. That's why I usually don't recommend this one. He's gonna have to eat it to break the curse. All of it.
Okay. She runs back, pulls it out. It's covered in something weird and funky, and she tries to like brush it off a little bit without breaking it. And hands it back, and the kid just like looks at it and just eyeballs the mom like, "Do I have to?" And then just eats it. It's gross, and he manages to swallow. And as he does it, you see a little poof, red smoke, and no more tiefling look. There's a little hole where the tail was.
Also, above board question about how much would some stomach medicine cost?
But a silver maybe.
He hands her a silver and he says, also, considering the fact they ate it out the bin, you might want to take him to the pharmacy.
That's
And
good. That's a good call. That's a good call. She takes the silver and walks away.
Good luck.
I think she just keeps
So-
repeating that to herself. Good.
Uh,
I
But-
hope that was a good enough warning to be very careful of what treats you take from me moms. That's one of the more benign effects.
What's the point?
the the cruelty, I think. Or sometimes they basically do that and basically force the person to run some errands for them or something. It's a whole scheme.
That's just cruel to be cruel.
Yeah. You see why I don't like to talk about my family too much, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's totally understandable.
Oh, one other thing you would definitely notice: persistent buzzing, like insect buzzing, somewhere around the bakery.
Love that.
Um. So yeah, shall we go in?
Get this over with? Yes, please.
All right, yeah. So I don't want to lose me lunch. So
Yeah.
yeah,
You head
Nigel
on
opens
in.
a door full of Indian and goes in.
Yeah. You hear the soft chime as you enter. I mean, it smells amazing, like fresh baked bread and every other baked good you could know to man. You see there is you could probably see at least one woman. This one appears to be a bit thinner, taller, working in the back. You can hear somebody above walking, seemingly heavy steps, walking around upstairs. And then kind of see a person who's a little bit in between, in all honesty, behind the counter, kind of lazily flipping through a newspaper. And as you enter, she looks up and she only has one eye in the left eye socket. Oh, Nigel, you're here!
Yep. Can't you let him, Mum?
Oh, that's so
Hello.
good. I did not expect you to come that quickly, in all honesty. But let me get the other two. Let me get the other two. And she runs and slaps the shoulder of one, and then runs upstairs. And you hear some Nigel's here, Nigel's here, Nigel's here, and then a second later, as they all kind of as your three mothers appear in front of you.
Oh, so these are my free these are my free moms. This is Lavinia. She's my roommate. We work at the
Just
precinct
a roommate?
together. Yeah, just a roommate, mom.
Nice to meet you. And she'll hold out her hand for a shakes.
You hold your hand out, and all three of them look between each other, look at Nigel for a second, and just go, "Did you not tell her about the whole handshake thing with deals and stuff like that?"
Oh yeah, you might not want to do that because you might be on the hook for something later.
She will slowly retract her hand.
The first one's free, and gets a wink from the one-eyed one.
Right, thanks. Kind of new to me.
So from shortest to smallest, this is Mum Marge. Then you've got Ivor and Gertrude.
And they each wave. Iva, who only has the one eye, just kind of. So, what do you mean by you're new to this? Because you're definitely giving off a sort of looks you up and down different
very-
vibe.
I've just never been here before, you know.
I mean this plane, not this bakery, which we would have remembered somebody with those looks if they had walked in here before, right? Yeah. No, not at all. They. All right. Well, we asked you to come here because we'll just get down to business. Wanted to check in, see about the whole, Hag King kind of thing.
Yeah, what all did that entail again? Because I'm not exactly wanting to do the whole deceive people and make them do me bidding and whatnot.
Okay, but that's how you get power.
I'm only and besides, I'm only doing the whole King whatchamacallit because of the arrangement we made with, that little hive you have upstairs.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I learned your crafts, a little bit of your little magic tricks. The one with the nails come in handy quite a lot.
Gertrude kind of looks at you and with a look of admiration of I taught you that.
I don't know about all that power. Never really saw myself as much as the leader type.
So, do you know why we wanted you to become the Hag King?
To be honest, it was kind of hard to follow last time you talked about it.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot going on. See, the whole thing is that the balance of the worlds is starting to shift in a direction that personally we are not a big fan of. And how it's going to start causing problems here very soon, which if that is the case, that is going to be bad for not just you, but for me. But we know that if the Hag King gets the particular sword and whatnot, that they'll be able to deal with this whole situation, and then bada bing, bada boom, the balance is restored. But we also understand that, the sword that you're going to need is broken into a bunch of pieces at the moment, and then it's all over the place. And there's also a whole thing with, we're trying to get more time, but the chronergy, it's not working.
Chronology? Wait a minute. So, does that have something to do with timing? So, obviously, you're on a time crunch. So, what exactly is the situation that's speeding forward? Because normally, causing problems is kind of, the hag MO. So, I'd think that you guys would like to cause a little bit of chaos.
Chaos is good. This is not chaos. This is retribution.
Retribution.
Yeah. The time is moving in a direction that we are not a big fan of, so you can't cause chaos if everybody's dead.
All right. I've been evasive about this whole Hag King nonsense, but what exactly am I preventing specifically by becoming an Hag King?
So we don't. Okay. You prevent. Well, one, you prevent the city from being pushed into ruin. We kind of like this place now. There's a lot of people who are really easy to manipulate out here. It's like shockingly easy.
Well, yeah, that's the easy
I
part.
also
That's
like
the
this
part I
place,
got right
but
away.
not for the same reason.
Right?
Yeah,
But
and we're kind of here, and so, okay, so the whole thing with the big clock tower, that's moving. It's not supposed to be, which means the rift is breaking. Which, if that's the case, the thing's gonna come out, and if the thing comes out, that's gonna be a problem.
it does sound rather bad. So, this sword that I'm supposed to be looking for,
Well, you're not the one looking for it.
so is that what you guys are doing?
We have been extremely unsuccessful in looking for it.
You at least got any leads for me?
Gods.
The leads are gods.
Yeah, I can't even tell you which one at the moment. Can you? Nope.
That does sound rather bad.
We haven't really. Okay, the sword thing was a recent development. We did not realize that it was going to be part of this whole thing. We've been kind of focusing on the whole time situation. Anyways, you guys aren't looking for any like time mages that disappeared, because we've also been looking for them, and they seem to be disappearing in droves, which I feel like is a problem.
Sorry. Can you repeat
Alright.
that? Time ages disappearing?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of them. But like, if you look over the last like 100 years, there's been a giant uptick in them in the last like 20.
Disappearing?
I see.
Yeah,
That's
somebody's trying to take their blood, we think.
Huh?
Yeah.
Their blood. Okay, that's interesting.
Lavinia looked at Nigel worried.
Yeah,
listen.
Nigel's
Time Mage Blood is really powerful. It helps with a lot of time spells. Like if you want to figure out how to do the time stop, or if you want to figure out how to do the time travel stuff, you gotta have a bunch of blood. But if this is the amount of blood that they have at the moment, based on how many have been kidnapped and stuff like that, someone could go all the way back to a long time ago, and that would really mess with the timeline if they did that. So
Lavinia kind of stepped back and behind Nigel.
Well, this is rather serious. Yeah. All right, I'll start looking for your bloody sword.
You don't need to. You're not the one that's gonna find the sword.
Okay,
you
well,
might get it, like you might help, but like your destiny ain't the sword.
well, at the end of the day, I'm on board with trying to stop this. I like the city as much as I can, as much as I already love it, and
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to take it.
Hag King. Focus on
Yeah,
that. Focus
hacking.
on getting that started, that ball rolling.
And make sure you take care of that beehive, because once I become this bloody Ab King, if that's exactly what's in the cards for me, I'm definitely expecting you to return that beehive to back to what it used to be.
Of course. Yeah. No problem.
And no,
Listen,
no
if you
funny
do
business
this,
with it.
if you do this for us, Nigel, for the city, for all of this stuff, yeah, we'll do that. The thing is, if you don't, that beehive is going with us.
I know. It's scratching. I'm literally scratching your backs as you're scratching mine. Well, that just, for some reason, it just uncovered an uncomfortable memory. But at any rate, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other bits of specific information you got for me?
Don't do drugs. I feel like that's a good one,
Um,
right?
you guys, you guys kind of sell drugs.
We don't sell drugs. We sell curses. They're similar, but there's enough of a difference. Also, we don't sell them in alleyways. We at least promote it. You're not cops, right?
I
You
know
guys
about.
are cops. We don't sell drugs here. What are you talking about?
Hey, Lavinia's gonna like kind of whisper into Nigel, "Is it even legal?"
They've kind of always
Loopholes.
had a bit of a. They really are abusing kind of a really good loophole here.
Okay, I won't step on any
It's
toes.
because
it's all good.
because all of the pastries and stuff like that, there is a way to complete them and not make them permanent. It's not considered like a drug situation. So it's a weird loophole that they found in the system, as long as people do it. But the thing is that it's not like they promote what needs to happen to clear the curses.
Very well.
All right. So
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean, we'll send you another letter, like if you want to like figure out, like if we figure more stuff out. Yeah, no, Gertrude's been looking in the pool a lot recently. And that's how we figured out the whole thing about the sword situation. Um, yeah, no, that's not your destiny. That's not your fate at the moment. Uh,
All right.
and then the little one kind of looks at Celie once more and just goes, "Aren't you and a hand goes over her mouth. Not now. That's for later. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, you guys just head on out. We'll get this sorted and we'll send you a letter the next time, something changes. We'll keep an eye on it just in case." You see the youngest one. Her hand is still on the mouth, but she's gesturing with that arm because it has fully separated at the hand, while the hand is still clamping the mouth shut. And she's like, "Yeah, just Nigel, don't be a stranger. Like, come on back when you can." But you just hear coming from the small one.
All right. I don't make any promises. I stay rather busy.
Very busy.
All them cases, all them cases of solving all that.
Yeah.
Um,
As you're saying that, you get a sending from, we'll say, Jax. Rowan and Cregnar, you also get the sending. It's basically a group call. As you all get a message in your head from Jax. We got the arm.
Speaking of which, seems like duty calls. It was lovely
Alright.
meeting you, guys.
Yeah.
was- it
Cheers,
was-
moms.
Lovely meeting you as well. And you see them as you kind of walk out, bickering, and the hand finally comes off, and just, we should have told him. It is not time yet. As the door closes behind you.
It's gonna stare at Nigel and be like, wow.
Yeah,
They
imagine
were- Something.
imagine growing up with that. It's was never a dull moment, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I think I prefer my dull moments.
It's like playing an
Yeah, me
NPC who
too.
has access to all of the DM notes. As you all make your way towards the crime scene in the Glum Quarter, as Jax has found a Goliath arm. As you all kind of quickly approach, Jax looks between each of you all and just goes, well, one more piece to the really messed up puzzle.
Where was
And
this
you
arm
said-
found?
Yeah, so this was found in the Glum Quarters. You actually see that there is like a sewer drain that's nearby, and the arm is soaking wet from rainy runoff recently. As he kind of has picked it up with a tarp and like set it to the side. There were a couple of gutter rats and kind of gestures, and you see a couple of kobolds that are like munching on like a chicken drumstick that ran into it, and one of the shop owners called it in. You see a couple of bite marks on the arm, but nothing broke the skin.
Like kobold bite marks.
Yeah, they tried to eat it, and they couldn't get through it.
Let's just stare at them like, really?
They all shrug and scamper away after their statements have been given.
And you said that the body parts we found so far have been suspiciously drained of blood, right?
So yeah,
Gotcha. Alright, so there's our missing arm.
Well, now I'm wondering
You-
if they're all time mages.
Exactly. And Nigel would fill in everybody else about the about their findings with his discussion with his mother's about time mages disappearing. And he says, so now I'm starting to think, do you think we should probably get a list of all known time mages, especially any recent disappearings of said time mages, and possibly track to see who might be next on the list?
That doesn't soothe me, Nigel. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, I'm just saying to try and prevent any future crimes, especially if these missing body parts might be part of said practitioners.
Right.
Where's Siren when you need him?
Well,
bed rest,
yeah, bed
Right.
rest.
or he's with Rook. Well, we could just say he's with Rook.
Okay.
I feel like I'm just saying, I feel like he'd be great for kind of analyzing magical sigils and whatnot.
I mean, as long as it matches up, it's a Goliath again, which we know all of the other body parts have been Goliath. So I'm guessing this is all the same body. This isn't a new. It's just another piece to this dude that's sitting on the coroner's table right now.
Right.
Anybody can give me either investigation or perception.
Is there a difference for which one we roll?
Just let me know.
Wait, what were the options again?
Invest or perception.
9 for investigation is my roll.
I also got a 9 for investigation.
Hell yeah.
26 for perception. I think Rowan
Hell
missed you.
yeah.
Guys,
Hell,
Rowan
about
doesn't
this.
win.
hell yeah. All of you guys are engrossed in looking at this arm and everything like that. It's covered in random trash and other things like that. So you're like trying to clean it up. Rowan, you instantly clock that there are feathers that are tattooed onto the skin of this arm. More feathers.
Immediately.
Okay. And with a 26, you kind of look around and you actually spot nearby a leg as well.
I pull out a pair of gloves because I carry them now in packs from the precinct.
So proud.
Thank you. Small steps to the baby. I think I clocked the others just watching them around the arm, and it's just like, okay, clock them. I want to go towards the leg and see like where it's hidden, like what's around it. I don't want to touch it just yet, but I want to make space for it.
Yeah, so that sewer grate that had stopped the arm, the foot is caught in the grate at the moment, where it's like sideways kind of a thing, while there's water still kind of rushing through it.
Is there any way I can like pop the grate a little bit? Just either pop the grate or push. Is this leg wearing a shoe? That might be a good question. So I can just like, you know, like how like when you get your no shoe, and I can't just push.
In all honesty, if you rotated it 90 degrees, you could pull it out.
I'll rotate it 90 degrees.
Get rotated.
Big boy brain. Get rotated.
Yeah. Give me an athletics.
Oh, wonderful. I'm good at those. Oh God. Okay, I meant that sarcastically. And that 20 for 25.
You manage to flip it and pull it out while it's in this raging river, and you manage to successfully pull a leg out. This leg out. Looking at it, it is clear that it is also part of this Goliath and is the other leg you all were missing, which means the only piece you're missing is the head.
Rowan, after flipping the grate, looks around immediately to see if anyone noticed how effortlessly they did it. No one probably did, so it's fine. Just dies a little inside, just like, oh, I've been carrying that I had small hands, and I'm strong, I promise. But it calls over, I think, if Jax is.
Jax is already walking towards you. When he saw you go over, and then he saw you pull something out, and he walks over and he just, oh, I guess this guy really did sell it for an arm and a leg.
Jax, that was terrible.
Good one.
Good, but terrible at the same time.
I know. All right, here, and he pulls out like a tarp kind of a situation, so you don't have to necessarily be touching it, but you can wrap it and bring it over.
I'll wrap it, bring it over to the arm, and say to the others, "Hey, did you guys clock the feathers on the arm?"
All of you now see the feathers.
Yes. Yeah. Got
Oh,
it.
I mean, wasn't that what you were obviously you guys know you saw it.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
the thing is right here in my
You saw
notes.
it.
She hides
So
her notebook from your view.
Yeah. Now with arm and leg in tow, you all head to Zyra's, to the coroner's office, where Zyra is able to stitch the arm and leg back on, um, and you are able to count 23 feathers in total on this body.
Is there anything about 23 that should seem significant to us?
Make a history check.
All righty. That one.
Hey, you honestly start racking your brain for it, and you swear 23, that is the most important number, and you are going to be looking for it literally everywhere now.
Good number.
Remember
Sweet.
the number 23.
23. There's 23 days until the next holiday, right? And didn't that radio program have something with the name 23 on it?
It was
The
like
what?
92.3 or something like that.
And there were 23 stones on the way from the
The crime
bakery
scene
to the precinct.
You're really locking into this 23 thing, aren't you?
I thought the radio program
a
was
pattern.
called.
It's a
Uh,
pattern, of course.
As
Okay.
Nigel proceeds to spiral,
I feel slowly. We were just watching. We're like, oh, okay, buddy.
we will
Maybe
continue and move
we can copy.
forward all the way to Friday, jumping over Thursday as it's another day of paperwork and everything like that. As we move on to Friday, long week that you guys have all had, blood and whatnot. Lavinia and Rowan, you meet up with Adelaide at the Glass Witch Club, which is a towering crystal paneled structure enchanted to constantly shift its layouts. It has floating platforms and staircases to nowhere and a bunch of charm soaked drinks. And is definitely home to some of the most exclusive, but also some of the most mind bending parties. As it seems like Adelaide had an in for some reason to this place, as it's in the Market Heights.
You
For
know,
the
I
win.
forget she's. Yeah, I forget she's rich. You know.
How do you
I know
forget
you're
that?
rich. Because I don't think about you guys in terms of your monetary value.
Wow,
You're my
rude.
friends.
You don't think about
Wow.
that?
Okay. No, I do. You know what I meant. I always think about you two, but not in terms of like wealth. You know. But then
I
this
think,
reminds me of it.
yeah. I mean, the private chauffeur doesn't do it for you.
Deacon
I
tips
don't.
his hat.
Sorry, Deacon. I see you more of as like a friend to me. I mean, how you do how wife and kids? Rowan immediately tries to trap conversation with Deacon. It's just like I you know I thought we were close. Maybe we're not.
Well,
Maybe are you just being polite to me?
Bro, let him answer.
she hasn't. We're expecting any day now.
Congratulations!
Uh, uh, Anyways, I was messaging Geeky about something.
You're good.
You guys also went clubbing on Tuesday, I'm now learning.
Imagine clubbing during the week. Crazy.
Yeah.
We're professionals, obviously.
Yeah.
We needed more
You probably
I
noticed
need a drink up.
that there's probably a bit of a smile that Adelaide seems to have in all of this. As you all enter and whatnot, you are making your way through, and you guys have a great night of drinks and weird trippy stuff happening, and at one point you swear that Deacon was in a chicken costume, but you really don't know if that actually happened or not. But all three of you do remember it for some reason.
That means it happened.
It for sure happened. You saw the cockle feathers, right? I would
Yeah.
never forget a cockle feather. Yeah, so it happened. Deacon was in it. Where did he get
He
a
did the
chicken?
chicken dance.
He did the chicken dance, and he's very good at it too. You think he's been practicing?
Maybe he's practicing for the kid.
Oh, that's so sweet. Brian just cries. Brian just breaks down about that.
The next morning, you all wake up absolutely hungover, as you all get a message from Siren saying that Rook has woken up. As you all make your way to the hospital, running inside and everything like that. Rook had been cleared for visitors at the Annette Montgomery Hospital, if memory serves. Let me double check.
Yes. It was the Montgomery Hospital he was taken to. They were taken to.
Yes. Hospital.
Hospital.
I'm like, I've got the document pulled up. What chapter was it that it was the fucking?
I think it was around like chapter 10.
Aviemore. It was the Aviemore Memorial Hospital. Yep. As you all get inside, Rook looks between each of you. The scars, having now healed a bit, not as red, but still there. As they kind of look between each of you, I wanted to say thank you. First off, for saving me. It was greatly appreciated. I don't remember what happened that night. It was dark. I heard a noise down the alley. I went to investigate. And the next thing I know, I remember seeing blurs in the night and then waking up in the hospital.
We're just glad you survived.
Me too.
It's a good thing you did. Do you know how you got astral drift in your system, though?
As you ask that, he kind of looks down a bit and just
you can talk to us. And Rona immediately is just trying to fill the silence and be like, you don't have to talk about it right now. You're still recovering. We should get coffee for everyone, right?
I can't have coffee
Coffee,
at the moment, but if you
water,
guys,
pancakes,
uh,
muffins.
too much, darling. Too
I
much.
actually brought some.
Water would be fine, but I took it. I wanted to feel like I was strong, that I could be unstoppable after everything with my dad and everything that's been going on. I took one dose and I instantly regretted it, but I wanted to feel strong again. Uh they're just glassy eye at this.
No one can blame you for a moment of weakness with what you've gone through.
All got scars to heal from and all that.
When I get out of the hospital, I'm resigning from the force.
What?
No, you're not.
I've already
That's stupid.
I've already put the paperwork in.
Why?
We'll just take it back out.
Lyra's already accepted it, Rowan.
She can't. That's not fair. That's not how that works. Logically, I know it is.
Who's gonna keep us out of trouble?
Exactly. And you're fine. You're strong. You can't go.
They kind of lift up their hand a bit, and you see just how bad their left arm has been flayed at this point. As their ring finger and pinky finger are no longer on their hand, and you see long, jagged scars that kind of go across their arm, as they just kind of look between each of you and just, I need to figure it out, but this job and being near any of this is not being helpful, so I am, plus Adelaide, your friend, they wanted to run some tests, and I was more than happy to comply to help them with the effects of astral drift and trying to figure out a cure. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out a way to get better, but I can't do it as a detective.
Just don't be a stranger then.
I'm not gonna go far. You'll be able to find me, and I'll try to make it to some nights at the Rusted Halo and whatnot, and I'll be around.
You better
you're
be.
making a deal. You're making a deal with a Fae. So, don't renege on it. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Jax is the new lead investigator, so.
He's so
Oh,
bad
boy.
at jokes.
He's so bad at jokes. Is that why he's been practicing?
Yeah, he was trying to work on camaraderie, I think is what. I talked with him earlier today about it. He told me about the arm and leg thing. I told him he was an idiot.
But it was funny. It was bad. It was funny.
I think I'm gonna need to sleep now for like a little bit more. I'm getting a little bit tired, but you all keep fighting, keep doing this, and hey, maybe you guys can figure out how to cure this before I can. Kind of gives you all a wink.
You want to make it a bet?
Sure,
5 gold, 10 gold,
10 gold.
20 gold.
I was gonna say better badges.
How about
No.
this?
Yeah,
10
actually, yeah.
10 gold and tub of potato salad.
Oh, you heard.
I
That's a
did.
hard
I
bargain.
did.
Listen, it was good, and no one else was eating it, so. You know I don't eat meat.
I know. I reminded Ghost of it as well, and he's gonna get more vegetarian options in the future. He kind of looks down and rubs what's left of his left palm. He holds out his right hand, which is missing the index finger, and just kind of, let's shake on it. 10 gold and a bucket of potato salad.
Deal.
And you shake, and you can feel, I think in that moment, you feel the facade fade. They're frail. They're barely holding on. But you shake their hand nonetheless, as they are trying to hold on to something to let them keep going. And with that, and that handshake, we will end tonight's session, and we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Bye.